Okay, we're picking up at Chapter 1 Skills Review 1-81, step number 20. We just double-clicked the Reflect tool, we clicked the horizontal option button, and then we clicked Copy, and the 4 rectangles are copied on the top of the original triangle, or rectangles. So we have 2 copies of these rectangles, and now we're going to move the 4 new rectangles to the right. There we go. So that they align with the right side of the artboard. Step 21, click the rectangle tool, click the artboard, then create a square that's 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. Apply a 1-point black stroke and no fill to this square. So I'm on the yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and just hit no fill, and then go to the stroke, make sure that's in front. Step 23, click the selection tool, click the edge of the square, because Illustrator can be sensitive. You always want to click on the path, not inside the path, which is a little bit different from some of the other Adobe programs. So click on the path, then position it at the center of the artboard. And I kind of know where that's at, and I see it say intersect because of my smart guide. Step 24, use the rotate dialog box to create a copy of the square rotated at 10 degrees. Okay, 10 degrees, and then I'm going to hit copy. Apply the transform again command 7 times, and then save your work. And that's also Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, we only had to do it 7 times. So I have that transform again applied here. And then go ahead and save your flag.ai, Control S. And now we move on to the next page, Illustrator 1-82. Shift click to select the 9 black squares. You want to go to your selection tool first. Go ahead and hold down Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have my 9 squares selected. Click Object on the menu bar, then click Group, Object, Group. Scale the group of squares 200%. I'm going to go to your scale tool, double click, Uniform, 200%. Say OK. Step 4, create a 3 3/4 inch by 3 3/4 inch circle. Go to your ellipse tool, click 375, 3 3/4 inch circle. Fill it with orange, so go to your fill, fill it with orange, and a 1-point black stroke. So you can double check what that is. The stroke is here, it's set to 1 point, so we should be good. Then position it at the center of the artboard. Make sure it says intersect, let go, thanks to the smart guides. Step 5, cut the circle from the artboard. Edit, cut, or Control X. Click the group of black squares Remember, you want to click on a path, and because they're grouped, they all select. Click Edit on the menu bar, then click Paste in back. Edit, paste in back. Step 6, adjust the location of the circle as needed. I think mine is just fine. Step 7, click Object on the menu bar. Point to path, then click Add Anchor Points. It adds 4 anchor points. 1, 2, actually it adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 anchor points. Step 8, deselect the circle by clicking anywhere on the artboard. Click the Direct Selection tool, then click the edge of the circle. Direct Selection tool, edge of the circle. One at a time, move each of the 4 new anchor points to the center of the circle. Again, we have our smart guides to help us in this process. Step 11, switch to the selection tool, then select the orange filled shape. Double-click the rotate tool. Type 22 in the angle text box, then click copy. You want to make sure when you have this selected that you don't have part of the path selected, which I just did. So double-click the rotation tool one more time. Enter 22, and then click copy. Apply the transform again command 2 times. And again, that is a Control D. 1, 2. Save your work. And then compare it to illustration figure 100. Close the flag document. Go ahead and save it. And you always know it's saved if there is not a star up here next to the file name. And now we're on to our last and final part of this chapter skills review, which most skills reviews aren't this long, but this really kind of takes you through and has you dive right into the navigation. So we're going to be working with multiple artboards. It wants us to open up AI 1-8. And then save it as artboard skills. Save it on the desktop, somewhere where you know your other files are as well. Just a good way to get used to working that way. Click the artboard tool. And if you hover over, you can notice it's the one that has these little trim marks here. Click the new artboard icon on the control panel. And if you don't know where that's at, that's over here. It looks like a new page. Click it. Float your cursor over the artboard. Then position the new artboard to the right of the original. So it's fairly easy that way. And you click. Scroll to the right of the newest artboard. Click and drag the artboard tool to create a new artboard. So these are various ways you can create artboards. any size. So you want to create one more to the right of the second artboard. That's any size. Step 7, click the original artboard and name it stationary. You can name it here. Type 8 in the width. "10 in the height. And then press enter. So that's that size. Step 9, name the second artboard envelope. Then resize it to 9 inches wide by 3 inches in height. 9, tab 3, enter. And you can reposition these as needed. I like to get them kind of a little bit of space and aligned at the top. And then the third artboard, you want to name that business card. And then size that to 3.5 inches by 2. And then enter. Then I'll align that down here. Click the View menu, then click Fit All to Window. Fit All in Window. Close this out real quick. Click and drag the artboards to arrange them as shown in Figure 101, which I sort of did just while we were resizing them and changing the names. Save, then close the file. So go ahead and do a Control S. And that concludes our Chapter 1 skills review. Hang in there. Chapter 2 is a little shorter, and you are just getting started. Good work. See you in the next video.